Whew. So I am in the middle of an insane week. As I mentioned in the previous vlog, I am in the middle of doing 6 events in 5 days in 4 states. So far I've done 3 of them, so I am exactly at the halfway mark right now. Back on Tuesday I gave a speech to the incoming grad students at University of New Haven. You guys saw that vlog already. And then I drove right from there back to Buffalo, New York, where I had just been the week before. The morning after I got to Buffalo, I had to head up to Niagara University to do a show there for the students that evening. And then I was up before the sun Thursday, yesterday morning, driving all the way back to Connecticut straight into a corporate event at Infinity Hall Hartford. What was so cool about that is that Infinity Hall Hartford is like a high-end theater in Connecticut that does open to the public shows, but they also rent out for private events. Now, I've been to a lot of shows there, so it was really, really cool to actually get to be in the green room and hang out behind the scenes at this amazing venue. Which brings us to this morning. Yes, I am tired, but I need to pull my energy together for tonight, tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow night for the last 3 events. That's right, I've got 3 events in the next 36 hours, not even, less than that. Tonight, I've got a college comedy magic show in Boston. Tomorrow afternoon, I have a bar mitzvah in New Jersey, from which I am driving directly back up to Massachusetts to do a boarding high school stage comedy magic show tomorrow night. And that'll end this week of insanity. Let's do it. I wish I had a more interesting variety of shots this week. I feel like everything you guys have been watching from me lately has either been sitting at my desk in the studio or driving in a car. Got another hour and a half to drive into Boston for tonight's show. I'm excited. They've got it in a pub on campus. It sounds like kind of a city school, and a lot of them do have pubs on campus, which is different from when I went to school, because at my college it was a dry campus. No alcohol. No alcohol on campus in any capacity. Even if you were over 21, you weren't allowed to have alcohol on campus. Having it, one offense was grounds for suspension or expulsion from the school. I'm not gonna vlog in the car too much right now because it's getting a little bit dark and I feel like it's just gonna look dark and grainy. So I will catch up with you guys in about an hour and a half when I get to the school. See ya! So clearly tonight is a casino night. Tonight's a very makeshift setup, so we'll see how it goes. So what's happening right now is we're trying to move the stage over because this is a makeshift stage, like I was saying, and the lights are off-center based on where the stage is, so there were only lights on half the stage and not the other half, but where I was standing for center stage was actually the appropriate spot for center stage for how they've set up the chairs. So everything was kind of shifted. We're trying to move the stage over, but apparently these stages are not as easy to move as they look, so they're going to find the crew. Luckily, we still have an hour and a half before the show, and everything else I've done is set up except for the microphone and this, which is why we get here early. All right, I know this is gonna be very, very shaky because this is my phone. Just heading back to the car real quick. I forgot some stuff. We finally got the stage sort of set up. This is one of those things that college shows, you never know what you're walking into. You guys know if you've been watching this channel for a while, but you can be in any situation. Tonight the lights are all kind of weird. They're pointed like over my head, so it's gonna have a strange kind of top lighting. The front of the stage is in complete darkness, while the back of the stage, basically near the wall, is lit up, which is not the most useful thing. It is 10:40, 10:35. Show was good. but there were only 8 or 9 students when we started it. It was a huge casino night, and there was all kinds of stuff. All the students were in the room with the casino tables, gambling and playing, and then when they were starting the magic show, they went in there like, hey, come see the magic show in this other room, and students were like, we're playing cards, why would we stop doing that and go see the magic show? So the problem is, you know, navigating that when I've only got 8 or 9 students in a room and I'm supposed to be doing a stage show. It feels weirdly theatrical and people feel like individuals as opposed to an audience. So by the end of the show, we had 30 or 35. We actually had a pretty killer end to the show, but over the course of the hour that I was up there, which is a long time when you have a very small crowd, it was mostly just a game for me of trying to figure out how can I adjust my tone, how can I adjust the way that I'm doing tricks, audience volunteers, the types of jokes that I'm making, how can I make this work for everybody, because we're all in that situation together. It's not just when you're the entertainer that like, I have to deal with this. I'm dealing with the situation, and the audience is also aware that it's a small crowd. It's not like people don't know that it's an unusually small crowd for a show. So we're all kind of in that situation together, and I'm trying to create a shared experience where we can all enjoy ourselves. I gotta stop talking. I have a 2-hour drive through the night back to Connecticut, sleep, get up, and drive to New Jersey. And I have a feeling by the next time we talk, I will be in New Jersey. We are on maybe my least favorite road anywhere. We're on Sawmill Parkway. Sawmill Parkway is a road that's right outside New York City. It kind of connects you between New York and New Jersey. It takes you up to the Tappan Zee Bridge. The George Washington Bridge is the other, the one you probably are more familiar with if you're not from the area. If you ever watch these vlogs and think to yourself, doesn't he ever get tired of traveling? He does. I've been driving for about an hour and a half this morning. I have another 45 minutes to go. All I gotta do is pull my energy together for 2 more events. I tell you, it was just the fact that the 2 events in one day happened to be on the last day of this entire week run was just brutal. If that had been towards the beginning of the week, I would have had more energy for it. Get it together, Miller. Because if I don't pull my energy together, I'm gonna get destroyed at this first event, because the first event's a bar mitzvah. 12 and 13-year-old kids who've been told they're adults for the afternoon. That's bar mitzvahs. They will test you. There's something about that age group, that late middle school age group. The kids are smart, but they also have no filters. They don't want to admit that they've been fooled by anything because they're too cool for that. They don't want to think you're funny because they're too cool for that. And they kind of all they play this game of chicken with each other while they're watching. Like, everybody's got to shout out how they think the trick works. And when they're doing all that stuff, they're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. They're having a great time. You know, they walk away and they go, oh, that was great. Magician, that was so much fun. But went under a bridge. I can't believe how nice it is and how warm it is. This is wild. Meet the client, meet the event planner, and get situated. I still have an hour before I need to start, so plenty of time to get stuff done. It's so nice. 2 hours later, just wrapped the bar mitzvah. That kid was amazing. One of the most wonderful, I don't even know how to describe what I just went. These bar mitzvahs are so often, they've lost all the culture of the Jewish culture and Judaism these days. They just become these like crazy expensive, insane birthday parties that look like weddings. And this wasn't. It was low-key. It was significant. His father's speech was moving. I almost started crying. It was nice. All right, 7:15. I have arrived at the boarding school for tonight's show. I am just waiting for 5 or 10 minutes for my contact to come find me and show me where to go in. And it sounds like they're putting me in the theater tonight, so this could be a lot of fun. This is the Williston Theater. Oh, it's open. I didn't think it was gonna open. Hello. Hi. I'm here at the theater. The door was actually open to walk inside the building. Beautiful theater, lights, sound is good. We've got a student running the show, a high school student, sophomore. She's doing awesome, like way better than half of the professional crews that I've worked with lately, so that's cool. Fellow Rubik's Cube aficionado. Here's Margaret. I run a YouTube channel, so of course I'm talking to myself, talking to my viewers in the future. I was just saying how good a job you were doing though, so thank you. Margaret would not like to be in the shot, but she's over here. It was Margaret, right? Okay. I was like, I've said that like 3 times. I better be getting the right name. We're like 10 minutes from showtime. I'm gonna talk quietly. Just out in the hallway, there's a psychic that's out in the hallway in the lobby area before my show. What's interesting is that he's doing the readings in front of the entire group. The whole group's watching at the same time, and so he, as opposed to typically a psychic, does their reading, one-on-one or whatever, and he's like reading them and telling them about their personality and all these things, and all the students are going, yeah, that is you. It's kind of, I've never seen a psychic work like that. It's fascinating. But what I will say is the students are so into it. I know they're gonna enjoy this show, and I think I'm gonna have a really good show tonight, so I'm super excited about that.